Hey everybody, welcome back to Wallet Reset. It's Mike Malbro, and in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to create a customer avatar if you don't have any traffic and if you have already started your business. So this one may be a little bit longer than normal. Maybe not. I'm going to try to cut it off and just give you what you need. So we're just going to dive right into this. So from scratch, right? If you have never started a business, you haven't started anything at all, and you want to create your first customer avatar, the first thing you need to do is think about a problem that you want to solve. All right. Now, the reason why that's important is because in your business, your whole goal is just to solve a problem or to create something that's going to hit people's hobbies if it's not a problem or a solution to a problem. I would say that solving a problem is the most important thing also because it's easy to then think about essentially what people are going to search, because when they're searching, they're not necessarily searching for the solution. They're searching to find out how the problem can be solved. And so your very first thing you want to start with typically is the problem that you solve. So once you understand that, all right, the first thing you want to do is approach understanding the solution, right? And if you already understand the solution, especially, if you're, let's say, for example, you're a personal trainer, you don't necessarily have to start from saying, okay, well, how to lose 20 pounds or how to, get in shape, or how to consistently work out. You can start by literally just understanding that you already have the solution to the problem, understand that what the problem is, and then approach that, right? And so what you would do once you know the solution is you would search for the solution, or you would search the problem, right, in Google. And it can be just that simple to start with. You start at Google and you search for a solution to the problem. You can also do this on YouTube, anywhere that you can really get information, anywhere that you would go to find information. I would say start there because that's most likely where your audience is going to start as well. So once you have done that, you're going to start to, for example, let's just assume that you're on Google. What you would do is you would look through maybe like the top 10 listings of the problem, top 10 listings for the solution, and make a list side by side of the problem, and what they tell people to do to solve the problem on each one of these pages. And you can just do this with bullet points. You don't have to write a huge, novel or anything like that. Just write bullet points of like certain things that you see are being told, and kind of like in a step-by-step manner would be good. Also, on the other side, the solutions, right? Whatever they're being told to do on the solution keyword, you would do the same thing, right? Like the little talking points. Now, the whole point of this is to understand what they're being told and what their complaint is, right? And if you get a chance, and if you not if you get a chance, but overall, what your goal is to find out all of the information you can about the audience. And if you've already started your business, obviously you won't need to, but from scratch, you have to find out what your audience is in terms of like who they are person-wise. Like, is it on average a 42-year-old man with 5 kids that lives in, a trailer park? Is it somebody who most likely lives in the suburbs? Is it somebody who's well off, has a lot of money? And once you know the demographics of the person, which that's what that would be, is the quantifiable, the demographics, you want to try to understand the psychographics. Now, the psychographics I've mentioned before in some videos, so you may have already heard this word or understand this word, but essentially the psychographics are basically the things that make your ideal customer tick. So what are their goals, right? What are the things that they typically do in their free time that both helps them to move forward or holds them back. Anything that you can think of that is not quantitative, right? Not number based, and more qualitative, meaning, their favorite movie, right? Could be like Gone with the Wind. That's a qualitative thing. That's not something that you can number. And so that's the thing. You want to know as much about your audience as possible. So you may not necessarily be able to get all of that from this, right? Just from searching it on Google and YouTube. And I suggest that even if you did find as much as you could from this, you still should take a couple steps and do a little bit more research. So now, when you have all of that in your side-by-side notes, I want you to go ahead and go to, first let's talk about Facebook Audience Insights. So on Facebook Audience Insights, what that is essentially everybody who has a Facebook account that isn't basically banned from using Facebook ads can use Facebook Audience Insights. All right, and you just have to go to the ad account like you're creating a new ad. Once you are there, right, you can type in your demographics and also the solution. Like, so for example, if somebody wants to lose weight, then you just type in lose weight on the Facebook Audience Insights, and it'll give you more focused demographics in terms of like high school, college, married, single, engaged, divorced. It'll tell you the job that they're in. It'll tell you if they are, into sports teams, or if who their favorite celebrities are by the page likes. Now, this all helps you to understand your ideal customer even more, right? And once you have that, you want to write that all down as well, all right? Then we're going to go another step, and we're going to start to find these websites where our audience does business. So if you have competition, you want to get all the domain names of your competition, and then you go to a site called similarweb.com. So SimilarWeb basically gives you a little bit of demographics on your competition, right? So the reason why this is important for psychographics is because you get to see which one is your strongest competition for the market that you serve. All right. And you also get to, because of that, get an idea of what they like, what they're used to, and what the status quo is for what they get when they're solving a problem. Okay. So this is something that isn't going to be as much psychographic as it is demographic, but it helps you to hone in more and get a little bit more information, especially when it comes to price information. Just in general, it helps you a lot to understand that the business that is the strongest, that holds the market standard, will be one of those top few companies that you find being spread all over the place, or people's Facebook pages, or on Google or YouTube or what have you. A lot of them are going to be there on SimilarWeb, so that you can see which ones are the strongest. After you do that, one more thing I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and, now I can't even remember what it is. Oh, you know what? I would say Facebook Insights, or Google Facebook Insights, SimilarWeb. All right. Finally, what I want you to do is literally take those demographics, right? Take the things that stand out about your audience. So if it's let's, for example, say that it's a mother with, it's a woman who's in her 30s that has 2 kids and works as a pediatrician or a nurse or dentist or what have you, and you find you go on to Google or any website that you could find somebody who fits that demographic, a picture, that fits that demographic, and you want to name that after whatever their market segment is. So let's say that it's a nurse. You would say Nurse Nancy, or something like that. And that way you have a character that you're talking to, right? And then you also know Nurse Nancy loves ice cream. She loves taking her kids to the park. Sometimes when she goes on vacation, she likes to fly Southwest. And you would find that on all of your information, and that's based on your Facebook likes or what have you. So you really want to almost create a synopsis of who this person is, who your ideal audience is. So that's what you would do if you haven't done any business so far. You just get a basis of who this person is, and that's where you start with your messaging, right? You want to write to that person. Now, as time goes on, you're going to have a little bit more information just based on the fact that you're going to have analytics. You're going to actually have customers that have bought things from you, and you can kind of like take the information that you get from them and hone it in some more. And the best way to do that is by literally talking to them. So you might do surveys, you might, depending on your business, depending on how much help you have, you may even do phone calls to talk to them in person. All right. But honestly, your customer avatar should never be done. It should always be something that at least I do a customer avatar, every week. All right. On Mondays, I do my customer avatar. And most of the time it doesn't quite change, but sometimes you got little bits and pieces that you can add in there just to make it a little bit more detailed, just to make it a little bit more specific. And you really want it to over time become much more targeted. And you should see the effects in your email marketing. You should see the effects in your content marketing. You should see the effects in your advertising. You should see it everywhere within your business, because the more specific you are to your ideal customer, the more that ideal customer will be able to relate to you and your business and know and feel confident that you have solved a problem for them. So if you have not done a customer avatar, okay, there's a customer avatar template that I'm going to link to below. All right, and this template is something that you can download so that you can just essentially just fill it out whenever you are doing your customer avatar. It's the same one I use, and it's from digitalmarketer.com, and the folks over there with Ryan Dice. They're pretty much just awesome. You know, there's a lot of other templates out there, but that one's the one I'm comfortable with, so that's the one I'm going to link to. And it's just, I think that's just a cool thing to have. So anyway, just to recap, you want to start by searching, getting as much information as you can through Google, through Facebook, YouTube, SimilarWeb, and then you want to create a customer avatar that is built around basically the character, the persona of what your general customer is or looks like, or what their life is like. So that's really it, guys. Hopefully you guys don't have any issues with understanding how to create a customer avatar. If you do, just leave me a question in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer that question for you. Give me a thumbs up if this helped you out, or if you feel like you got some new insights from this video. Anyway, this is Mike Malbrough signing off, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.